You probably don't want your children worrying about the coronavirus, but it's hard to control what they hear and see. It's likely that your kids are hearing rumors about the virus online, through friends, or while out in public, which can make them scared. Fortunately, you can help your child feel calm, informed, and in control of their health. By talking to your child about coronavirus, you can make sure they have the right information and know exactly what to do. Method 1: Beginning the conversation. 1. Bring up the topic before your child starts asking questions. You might prefer that your child know as little as possible about the coronavirus, but it's very unlikely that they won't hear about it from the news or a friend. Unfortunately, most sources of information could scare a child, so don't wait for them to come to you. By keeping your child informed with factual information, you can help them feel less anxious. Talk to your child as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the more likely they are to hear a scary rumor. 2. Choose a time to talk when you feel calm. Show your child that you aren't anxious or afraid about the coronavirus outbreak so they feel less worried. Schedule your talk for a time of day when you feel relaxed, then take a few deep breaths before you sit down to talk. This model a calm response that your child can copy. For instance, you might take your child out for ice cream after school and have the talk there. As another option, take them on an after-dinner walk and use that opportunity to chat with them. 3. Ask your child what they've heard about the virus. While you don't want to provide too much information that might overwhelm your child, it's important to address what they've heard. Listen to what they already know before you provide the facts. Additionally, find out if they've heard any rumors and ask them to show you any memes or articles they've seen. You might say, "Have you heard about the coronavirus that's going around?" Then, follow up with, "What do you know about the virus?" For younger kids, this helps you decide how much you need to tell them. If they don't know a lot, you can keep the discussion very simple. If your children are older, this can help you correct any misinformation they've heard. Method 2: Explaining the coronavirus to your child. 1. Give your child simple, age-appropriate information. Tailor what you say to your child's developmental level. Additionally, stick to the basic facts so your child doesn't get overwhelmed. Finally, frame what you tell them in a positive way so they feel like something is being done. For a very young child, you might say, "There's a new germ that is making some people sick. Mommy and Daddy are keeping everything clean, so you don't have to worry." For a school-aged child, say something like, "You might be hearing a lot of scary stuff about the coronavirus. Although some people have gotten sick, none of those people live near us. Instead of worrying, let's focus on how we can stay safe." You can also try reading this storybook put out by the IASC, which helps explain the coronavirus to school-aged kids and what they should do. For a preteen or teen, say, "There's a lot of misinformation going around. While the coronavirus is a serious illness, most people aren't going to get it. Right now, scientists are working on finding a cure or a treatment. In the meantime, let's follow the CDC's advice for staying safe." 2. Explain what you and the school are doing to protect your child. Your child has a lot of people working to protect them, and knowing that may help them feel better. Reassure your child that you're following all of the advice from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) and the World Health Organization (WHO). Then, tell them how their school is keeping them safe, such as by putting out sanitizer or by encouraging sick children to stay home. If you're a parent or caregiver, say something like, "I'm sanitizing all of our high-touch surfaces every single day so you don't get sick. Also, I bought you your own hand sanitizer that you can carry with you." At school, your teacher is helping you stay safe by putting out sanitizer and making sure kids who are sick go to the nurse right away. If you're a teacher or school administrator, you could say, "I've heard you guys talking about the coronavirus, and I want us all to stay healthy. I just put out some hand sanitizer and a box of tissues. Please use a tissue to cough or sneeze, then sanitize your hands. Also, tell me right away if you're sick so I can send you to the nurse." 3. Empower your child to protect themselves from getting sick. Right now, your child might feel like they can't do anything about the coronavirus. However, there's a lot they can do to protect themselves. Tell your child to follow these recommendations from the CDC, move away from someone who is coughing or looks sick. Wash your hands for 20 seconds before eating or touching your face. Recommend they sing "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star" slowly while they're washing. Use sanitizer when you can't wash your hands. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or your elbow. Don't touch your face, eyes, nose, or mouth. 4. Remind your child to be kind and respectful to others. Unfortunately, some myths about the coronavirus have led to reports of people bullying or harassing people of Asian descent. Additionally, some people are assuming everyone who is sick may have coronavirus. Tell your child that it's important to not jump to conclusions about someone's health status. While the virus started in China, it has nothing to do with Asian people or items that originated in Asia. The virus has now spread to at least 80 countries, and everyone is at risk of catching it. 8. Most people who are sick have other respiratory infections. Tell your child that it's still good to stay away from them, but they should be nice about it. They might say, "I see that you're coughing. I hope you feel better soon, but until you do I'm going to stay away so I don't get sick." Encourage them to stand up or get help for any kids who are being bullied. 5. Explain the changes they might notice at school or in public. Many schools and communities are making changes to limit the spread of coronavirus. These changes can be scary for a child if they don't expect them. Tell your child that they might notice the following things. School staff may require them to use hand sanitizer. They may need to go to the school nurse if they're coughing or sneezing. Their school may cancel group activities. Some community events may get canceled. Their local supermarket may run low on certain supplies. They may see people wearing face masks. While face masks don't actually help protect you against the virus, some people are still wearing them. Tip: you may receive an email from your child's school outlining the efforts they're making and any changes they're implementing. Discuss this information with your child. Method 3: reassuring your child. 1. Let them know that young people are pretty safe from the virus. Kids and teens who get the coronavirus are likely to get a mild version, similar to getting a minor cold or flu. Tell the child that if they do get the coronavirus, it's probably not going to be a big deal, and they'll just stay home and take it easy. Let your child know that even though they're not at high risk, it's important to stay clean to help protect other community members. The child may have heard that people over 60 and people with certain health conditions are at higher risk. They may be worried about people they love. Validate their feelings and remind them that everyone is doing their best. 2. Give extra support if there is an elderly or at-risk person in the family. If your child knows that a loved one is in additional danger due to age or a pre-existing condition, they may be especially scared. Instead of trying to make their fear go away, try to help them deal with it in a healthy way. Let them know that it's understandable to be worried and that you are here for them while the family deals with this. Emphasize everything that your family is doing to keep the at-risk person safe. Let them know that washing their hands and avoiding touching their face helps protect the people they love. 3. Listen to your child's worries or fears. Your child is probably going to be worried about the virus, especially if they've been hearing rumors from other people. Give them a chance to express these fears. While they're talking, just listen instead of trying to explain things away. You might ask, "How do you feel about what you've heard?" 4. Validate their worries while helping them focus on the facts. Your instinct might be to tell your child that there's nothing to worry about, but this might actually make them more afraid. Instead, acknowledge how they feel and tell them you understand. Then, help them fight their fear with facts. You might say, "It sounds like you're worried we're all going to get sick. However, very few people are sick right now, and it's likely that most people won't catch it." Similarly, say, "I understand that you're afraid to go to school, but no one at your school has coronavirus. Let's focus on why school is safe." 5. Let them know it's okay to be upset if their favorite activities are cancelled. If an event the child likes was cancelled, they may be feeling disappointed, angry, or sad. Validating their feelings can help them process and then move on from their emotions. Here are some examples of things you could say. "I can see that you're frustrated about your friend's birthday party being cancelled. That's no fun. I called her dad and he says that there will still be a party. It just has to be late. I'm sad about not being able to visit grandma too. She has the best hugs and the best cookies. But right now, she needs to be alone so she's safer. What if we did a video call with her? Yes, it is too bad we can't go bowling. I think bowling is really fun, too. It's okay to be disappointed. We have to wait right now until things get better. 6. Answer your child's questions as best as you can. Your child may have questions even after you explain what's happening. Invite your child to come to you with any questions they have. Tell them that you'll help them find the answers using credible sources. You might say, I know you might have questions, and I'm here to help. I'll make sure you find the best answers available. Don't suggest possible questions they may ask, as this might make your child start thinking about things they weren't worried about before. 7. Tell your child that they likely don't need to worry. Remind them that you're doing everything possible to keep them safe. Additionally, help them realize how small the risk is for them. Then, reassure them that they don't need to be anxious. Say, it's very unlikely that anyone you know will get sick, so try not to worry about the coronavirus. I'm checking for updates every day so I can keep you safe. Tip: as of March 2020, the CDC states that children do not appear to be at an increased risk of contracting the virus. 8. Work through your worst feelings when your child isn't listening. You might be stressed for many reasons: concerns about loved ones, financial worries if your work is affected, child care issues if school becomes cancelled, and other adult problems. It's okay to be stressed. Talk with someone you love when your child is occupied elsewhere. If your child does overhear things, label your feelings and your coping mechanisms. For example, you heard me sounding sad because I'm a bit worried about grandma. Maybe I need to take some deep breaths or write her a nice letter. What do you think I can do? 9. Remind internet-savvy kids that it's important to fact-check sources. If your kids use social media, they're probably coming across a lot of rumors and myths about coronavirus. This can be scary no matter your age. Tell your kids how they can figure out whether or not a post is trustworthy. You might recommend the following: check the source to see if it's a news or government site. Look for spelling errors. See if any other sources provide the same information. Method 4: keeping your child informed but calm. 1. Stay up to date so you can deal with new questions and concerns. Experts are still learning about the coronavirus, so there are new updates every day. Check the CDC and WHO updates daily so you are well informed about the situation. Additionally, read news articles from reliable sources so you know what's being reported. You don't need to share everything you learn with your child. However, keep in mind that older children may be reading this information themselves, so it's good to discuss it. Get updates from the CDC. The link to the list of websites you can visit are in the description below. 2. Follow up with your child a few days after your talk. Your child may think of new questions or worries after you talk to them. Additionally, they may hear new information from someone else. Talk to them again a few days after your first talk to make sure everything is okay. You might say, I thought we had a good conversation about the coronavirus the other day. Did you have any follow-up questions you wanted to ask? Don't talk about the coronavirus every day unless your child is bringing it up. Discussing it too often may make your child worry more. 3. Speak up if you overhear misinformation about coronavirus. You can't control what your child overhears people say in public. However, you can correct misinformation when you hear it. Listen to what the people around you are saying about the coronavirus. If you hear something that you know is wrong, talk to your child about it right away. For example, perhaps you hear one of your child's friends say, "We'll die if we get coronavirus." You can say, "That's not true. Most people who get coronavirus get better. We should be careful, but we don't need to be scared." Let your child know that some people are confused about coronavirus and they might say things that aren't true. 4. Maintain your family's routine so everything feels normal. Feeling a sense of normalcy will help your child feel calm. Do your best to stick to your child's regular routine so they don't feel like anything is wrong. This will reassure them that there's no reason to be afraid. If school gets cancelled, try to help your child follow a typical routine for a weekend. For instance, follow the same routine for getting ready, going to school, eating dinner, and getting ready for bed.